Hey guys, how's it going? ParadoxDesigns here. I'm going to do a quick video on how to take apart a laptop. Sometimes you can actually get these things apart, and if you've got a problem, broken screen, broken video card, or whatever, easy to get to. Okay, so first things first, on most laptops you're going to want to flip this lid as far back as possible. And then the first thing you're going to want to remove is this top cover. This goes for pretty much any brand of laptop. I usually just get in there with a knife and try not to scratch it, especially if it's a customer's computer, but I've already kind of loosened this up, as you can see, and it's pretty easy to get off. Just watch the clips that you don't break them. You can actually be, as long as you don't force it too hard, this stuff usually does come off pretty simply. Next thing, you're going to want to take out the screws for the monitor. And the monitor is a mounting point, usually like 2 screws aside. So there's one there and one there, and also there's a power and a ground here. So you're going to want to unplug this. Again, this is going to be different on all brands of computers, but for the most part you'll probably have one connector there, and then another one that goes under the keyboard to the video card, which is what I'm going to get to next. So before we do anything, make sure you yank your hard drive out, the battery, and of course unplug this so you don't, kill the thing. So this is a satellite, Toshiba satellite A105S4334. Alright, okay, so next step is to remove the keyboard. Usually the keyboard is just, well, once you have this bezel off the top here, then that'll expose the screws on the keyboard, and you can tell there's one there, and I guess on this one that's it. So just I already pulled them out, and then once that's out, usually you can just lift it from the back, just find where the clips are and make sure you're pulling the right way, and then don't pull it too far, because just underneath there's a ribbon cable, and you can see that right there. Okay, so before you actually remove this, you're going to want to get under there and get at that clip. Now how these clips work is the ribbon cable goes inside there, and then this just lifts right up. So basically, if you can pull this with your fingers. You basically just pull it from the sides, and then the ribbon cable comes out like that. And there you go. That's how to take out a keyboard. If you spilt some crap on yours, it's also a good way to know how to replace it, right? So you can pick these up on eBay for cheap. They're all pretty much the same. And once we have this all disconnected, we can see our video card. Now that's running up to the monitor here, right? So okay, we've already taken out the screws for the monitor and the power source and the ground. So that was just a screw there, this plug, and then this one long cable, which is usually kind of run like a snake. These are easy to take out too. They're just small little clips that clip onto the video card, and just kind of pinch them off. And if you ever want to put these back on, they're pretty easy to put on too. You just basically line them up and push them down. But you want to be careful with them, because you don't want to break them. So we got that off for the, this connects up to the monitor from the video card. We'll just undo all these wires here. And then this should just lift right off, no problem. Yeah, there we go. And the monitor as a whole, so you could take that and sell that right there, eh? Because this monitor still works, right? So that's it's worth a few bucks for a person with a broken screen on their laptop, and they still want it. And then this is what you're left with. Is right now I still can't get to a lot of things, right? The top of the laptop is still connected to the bottom, so all these panels are going to have to come off the back, and all the screws too. Not every screw, but the numbered screws. And these numbers usually correspond to their length, so just keep note, maybe put them in different bins as you go, because they are different lengths. I think it's like these ones are B6 and like B3 and stuff, but pretty much the higher the number, the longer they're going to be. I'll get this back off now. Okay, now to remove the backing, simple. I've showed this in another video before. Just basically pop off the screws for your hard drive and all these plates. You get all the plates out of the way, and then there's going to be one screw also for your ROM. There's the ROM on this. ROMs are actually surprisingly easy to take out. There's actually, for the most part, there's only one screw holding them in, and on this case it's right there, and it's labeled F4. And so basically you just take out that one screw right there, that's all that's holding it in, and it'll just slide right out. It should just slide right out. Yeah, there we go. So don't have to worry about connections or anything, because it does have a SATA connection on the back, and that just comes out as you pull it, so don't worry about that. And now, with all the screws out on the back, all the labeled ones, just kind of poke your way around until you find a spot that you can get easy access to it. Some laptops are a little bit more difficult than others. And just wait till you, and don't force it, just wait till you can find a place where you know you're on the ball and you found all the clips. So you just go around, maybe with a little flathead screwdriver or a knife or whatever, and just go around and find all the clipping areas where you can actually separate it. Like as you can see right there, it's separating, right? And that's one of the clips right there. So I'll just go around and lightly start lifting on it and the edges where I think a clip will be. And then once I get that clip out, all of them around the whole thing, this should pop off. So now all the clips are apart, and you can see that this top half is actually separated, but there is still going to be more wiring on this. And yet again, it looks like we have some more ribbon connectors, and they work the same way as I do with the keyboard. Just pull up the little tabs, use your fingernails, and then you can just pull out the ribbon cable. In this case there's two. These are probably just to power like maybe the media keys or something. I really don't know what they're for. Oh, I guess the speakers too. Alright, and then we've got two more, I guess, power connectors here. And these ones you probably just get away with pulling on, unless you have some pliers or something, but I don't care too much about this laptop. I'm just using this one for parts. Okay, so that's off and that's off. And just to clarify, it's going to be different on every laptop. You're just going to have to use your mind and use that thinking part and do some stuff. But here we go. See, that lifts it right off. There's the ribbon cables, and that's the top half of the laptop. This is what you're left with, is basically the meat and potatoes. You know, you've got your motherboard, your CPU fan, CPU heat sinks, all the good stuff. So at this point you can basically, I don't know, you could replace the motherboard if you're having motherboard issues. You could change the video card, change the fan if the fan stopped working. That's this whole fan assembly here. Is this just comes out as a whole, I think with the heatsink even attached. Another part you might want to have to replace is the power. If your power wire isn't working too well anymore and it kind of keeps falling out, you can actually get replacements. And that's actually pretty easy to replace too. Once you get the top off, you can literally, like, it's just a little slide, right? So then all you have to do is follow this wire back. It should have a plug on the other side. Let's find out. Okay, so I had to separate the motherboard a little bit to get to where the power supply connects on this kind of laptop. It might be easier or harder on your lap. This one just has yet another one of those little white connectors. So you just pull it out. If I can get to it, come on. You dirty. Okay, got it off. So that's for the power connector at the back, just in case, because I've seen a lot of these on eBay. Because people are, you know, when the cable doesn't plug in anymore, they get pissed off, and then their laptop won't charge, right? So there you go. There's a brand new functional power connector for whatever laptop you need. There you go. Also, the motherboard. We'll call that video 2. I'll do that one next time. So for now, that's just the basics of getting a laptop apart. If you have any more questions or whatever, comments, leave them below and I'll try and get back to you. And you can, I do this every day, so I'm pretty used to it. But yeah, so maybe 20 minutes of work and I have it fully apart. And it would probably take about half an hour to put back together at most. Okay, I hope I helped, and bye-bye.